We move on to 1 p.m. Eastern. Jacksonville Jaguars 5-2, 3-0 on the road. Pittsburgh Steelers 4-2, 2-1 at home at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 67 Fahrenheit, showers, 8 miles per hour. Let's get right into the line history here for this one. And Pittsburgh was very good to me. Very, very good to me. It's a perfect spot, man. We just keep seeing them in these perfect spots for Tomlin. Tomlin off a bye. Tomlin is a dog at 3, and the market moved against us, and it was still a very easy casher. Right now, they're back in that sweet spot. They opened up, though, as just 1-point dogs. Now, that was at plus 104, so it was a legit 1.5. And then they moved to 2.5. And I don't want to get caught up. We understand the biases that, are in our subconscious. And obviously, I just cashed on the Steelers. And the Steelers have been very good to me this year. That's why I, just kind of want to be on them again. But I'm not on them as of now. This total opened up at 41. It's now at 42. Gone up a point. Let's take a look at the cash here. It's 50-50 on the tickets, but 61% of the cash is on the Steelers. And yet this market move goes against them. It's 45% of the tickets on the under and 98% of the cash, but it's gone up a point. Al Cervix says he's batting Pittsburgh. Harold Williams has an early lean to the Steelers, and Spenny Penny Bombs is on Jacksonville minus 2.5. Brady says Pitt money line, no rush. Jags are going to get the money. Jacksonville comes in off extra rest after winning their 4th straight game, 31-24 at New Orleans in last week's Thursday nighter. They're off to their best start since opening 5-2 back in 2007. Despite dealing with the sprained right knee, Trevor Lawrence was strong, 20-29 for 204 yards and a touchdown. He also ran 8 times for 59 yards. Christian Kirk caught 6 passes for 90 yards and a touchdown, but he did lose a fumble. Etienne ran 14 times for 53 yards, caught 3 for 24. He became the first player in Jaguars history to rush for 2 touchdowns in 3 consecutive games. But they were held to 2 for 11 on third down. They've struggled on third down all year. They ranked 27th, converting just 34% of their third downs. And the defense looked vulnerable, very vulnerable. They allowed the Saints to put up 407 total yards. Now, they did hold the Saints to 3 of 18 on third down and 2 of 5 in the red zone, but the Jags' numbers, both in third down and red zone, are very mediocre defensively. And Tyson Campbell and Walker Little are both listed as questionable to suit up after missing last week. I think that was the biggest surprise for me in that football game on Thursday night was the Jaguars' offensive line protecting Trevor Lawrence very well. The Steelers coming off a big 24-17 win at the Rams. They've won 6 straight following a bye. They're 13-4 after a bye in Tomlin's head coaching career. Kenny Pickett was 17 for 25 for 230 yards. Pickens caught 5 for 107. Deontay Johnson caught 5 for 79. Najee Harris continues to struggle on the ground. He doesn't look good out there. Ran 14 times for 53 yards and a touchdown. I mean, those aren't bad numbers, but it just doesn't look good. Caught 3 for 15. The Steelers had 91 yards of offense in the first half and didn't convert a single third down. But they went 3 of 3 in the red zone. So the much maligned Matt Canada gets a bit of a reprieve. They're still last in the league. They go 3 for 3. They're still last in the league, converting 28.6% of their opportunities. But could this offense be improving? I think it is improving. I think it's clear that it's improving. And that's, the total going from 41 to 42, 41.5 to 42.5 makes sense to me. The defense bent but didn't break. They allowed the Rams to go 9 for 16 on third down. They're just 15th in the league in red zone defense as well. They allow opponents to convert 38.2% of the time. The defense did not have an enormous pass rush. 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits. TJ Watt had another big interception. Take it away here for us, Troy. Jaguars, Steelers at Acrisure.
Yeah, so immediately this game starts looking exactly like that Pittsburgh Tomlin type of spot you want to back, and it just looks so right to back them after their offense is starting to step up a little bit after having such a lackluster start to the season. They went 3 for 3 in the red zone. That kind of blew my mind when I checked the box score. Seeing that, I had to go rewatch the game because I couldn't believe it. I actually liked what I seen out of Kenny Pickett this past few games. He had a good spray chart, 9.2 yards per attempt. And his PFF grade is uptrending each and every week with every single game. And it's good to see that out of a young quarterback. On the opposite side, it makes me think of Baker Mayfield and how he's downtrending his PFF grade every single week. Canada, he's a piece of trash. And I just have to say what it is. I don't think he has what it takes to call offense at the NFL level. Maybe he's old school. Maybe he's stuck in his ways. Maybe he knows something I don't know about his offensive line. But there's some metrics that I find that I just can't believe. And he fades some play, some schemes or play action specifically, he doesn't run any play action, and that's where Kenny Pickett has had incredible success this year and last year, and he barely runs any crossing routes. He has no routes crossing the field, and finally, we've seen that this week, and they're able to hit a couple of those, and they actually turn into some big plays. But it's hard to trust this offense with Canada at the helm in general. And the Steelers defense is what it is: top 5 in takeaways, top 5 pass rush. Struggle a little bit to stop the run. They're built a little bit like the Browns, in my opinion, because they're boom or bust. I mean, they're trying to force something defensively, leaving them exposed to some extent. And I think that's kind of reflected in some of these defensive grades and defensive numbers we've seen with both the Browns and the Steelers. And the Jags, is it time to start going back and shorten the Jags like I was in the first few weeks of the season? I mean, they won 4 straight wins. The 4 straight wins they got were impressive. I don't want to take away from that. And Trevor Lawrence has looked great, and I've always been a believer in Trevor Lawrence. I think his numbers are great. I think he's handling what he's working with great. But the butt of the matter is they're going to struggle to run the football. Their pass rush is 30th in the NFL. Their pass blocking is a little bit below average, but it's gotten a lot better from what he's historically had. But has he played any pass rush near this? I don't think so. I think it's just the perfect time to sell the Jags. So I think Tomlin will have this team ready to play. I think he'll have a good blitz package to send out at Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence's numbers drop significantly when he does get blitzed. And I know Tomlin will love to put something together for that. And I think that they struggle with the blitz because the offensive line is just low IQ. I think it's just missed assignments. So I'm trying to exercise my patience. I couldn't be patient in the Packers game. I already teased this at 2.5 with the Lions. So I did make a move on that. And I want to bet the 3 if it ever gets there. I will be betting the 3. I don't want to. I will be.
Yeah, I like this idea of fading the Jags. I was not impressed with that game again. Oh, look, I'm so impressed with Trevor Lawrence. So,
Right.
So let me rephrase that about not being impressed. He's a very, very talented, tough quarterback that I believe in, and Etienne and Kirk, and they've got nice pieces, but I just don't think that they're as good as their numbers indicate. Ron Crawford says spreadsheet spot, not spreadsheet play of the day, but spreadsheet spot. Spenny Pennybomb says Etienne's going to go over his rush yards on Sunday. He's betting it. Yeah, Gerald Jones saying the Jags have covered 7 straight on the road. However, I do want the Steelers here.
It's surprising that looking through PFF's numbers, they got the coverage grade for the Jags is first in the NFL.
Yeah,
I don't think they adjusted that much for like DVOA. I'm not looking at DVOA here, but I don't think they've played against anybody outside the Chiefs who really, and Buffalo in that London weird spot after beating the Eagles. I mean, I don't think their secondary. I think it's overrated.
Yeah, I'm not going to move on this tonight. I want to sit on this. I do imagine that there's going to be a move towards the Jaguars, but yes, I want the Steelers at home. Look, Jacksonville just keeps doing it. They just keep doing it again.
Here you go, Jimmy. Here you go. Steelers as a home dog based on Pinnacle lines. Steelers as a home dog, and the market moves towards the road team. The Steelers are 3-0 ATS the past 2 years and 3-1 on the money line. And any home dog, if there's a home dog, the teaser numbers are all way above profitable for the Steelers in this spot.
Yeah, I want them. And like Al Cervic's saying, how can the Jags keep doing this? The 2 weeks in the UK, come home for a game and head over to New Orleans. Yeah, they have a few extra days of rest, but they just keep doing it. They keep and
they're on their bye next week.
Yeah.
It's just another weird wrinkle to throw in there.
No, without a doubt. I'm not going to move on this tonight, but I want the Steelers, and I just wanted to talk it all out to ensure that the bias wasn't in play because I cashed so comfortably with them last week, and they've been very good to me this year.